So this is the tree that I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be adding in fake snow just to make it look like a snowy tree. I'll show you what I'm using. I have found that the best thing to use is actually just this polyfill. It's upside down because I opened it at the wrong end. But it is premium polyester fiber fill. And I got it from the fabric store. I don't know if you can tell, but it's much softer than some of the other cottons I've used in the past. And it's really nice because the light shines through it very easily, like that. So if you cover a light, then it should give a nice glow, just like snow would do. I find some of the other ones are a little bit too thick, but this is a nice one. So I am going to start at the top of the tree and I'm going to work my way down, and I will show you progress as I go. So all I'm doing is grabbing a ball of cotton about this size, like kind of a really big handful of it. And then I am stuffing it in right by the trunk of the tree and then kind of going around in a circle and pulling parts of it out towards the end. So when you come back, it just looks like some snow nestled in there around the trunk. It fills the gaps really nice. And then you have all the green peeking out, but you have lots of white in behind as a backdrop. Okay, so I am about probably halfway done the tree now. And as you start getting down into kind of the wider sections of the branches, I don't go in quite to the trunk anymore, but I still go back quite a bit. So you can see, not quite to the trunk, but I go back a bit. And then on some of the big branches that are hanging out, I like to just kind of pull it out onto those ones so it looks like, you know, like snow has fallen down onto them. And it's basically like creating a garland all the way around. It's going around in a circle, kind of around every ring. Every time there's a section of branch, put some snow, and then a section of branch, and then I'll put some snow. So it's just going, you know, one ring of branches, one ring of snow, like that. You could do less if you didn't want as much of a snowy look, but I like the heavily snowed look. So that's what I'm going for here in this one. So I am about 3/4 of the way done now, just a couple of the bottom branches left to do. It definitely gets a bit trickier as you get towards the bottom because the branches are further apart. So as you go in and try to make your garland, there tends to be breaks like that, but that's okay because the cotton is actually, it's hard to do with one hand. Try and show you, it really stretches. So you can easily stretch it over the gaps and just kind of keep working the cotton around to make your garland. So it's a little bit more difficult, but really not that hard once you get the hang of it. When you get down to the bottom branches, you might not be able to connect it fully like a garland. It might get a bit more difficult to do that. So just kind of put a patch of cotton on each of the large branches that are coming out and just kind of pull it through the branch, you know, the way that snow would kind of naturally fall around the branches, and you don't have to worry so much about attaching the garland. Once you get to that very bottom row, it becomes almost impossible to attach it the whole way along. And the tree is done. Every branch, every layer has the same amount. I think it looks pretty good. It looks like snow, lots of green tips poking out so you can hang your ornaments from the tips that are still showing. Make sure that it's even the whole way around. And this is a 7.5 foot tree, and it's has a very wide base. So it's a very large tree, and it used one bag of 20-ounce polyfill, so 1.25 pound bag for a 7.5 foot tree. And that is the kind of coverage you will get from a bag that big. And yeah, I hope this was really helpful. Please leave a comment if you enjoyed this. Happy decorating!